Wow, what a year 2020 has been for the world and most importantly me. As I'm sure everyone knows, I've had my fair share of controversies, most of them in the year 2020, so I figured for my last video of the year, instead of doing a boring channel recap slash update, I figured I would go back and I would look over my list of controversies in 2020 and talk about them. Let's see how I feel about them today. If I feel different, I probably won't, but let's see if we do. And I figured it'd be fun to just talk shit. So, starting off with arguably the most infamous I've ever been, and that is when I uploaded a video called The Tower of God Anime is a Disgrace to Anime and Webtoons. Oh boy, I will admit, I was really asking for it with this title, but that's how I felt. Honestly, that is genuinely how I felt. This anime was an embarrassment. I still think that, so that at least hasn't changed. And initial reactions were negative to say the least. I mean, my God, people hated this video. I think for several months it had around 3% likes, which is insane. And public opinion at this point seems to have actually shifted closer to me. The video is up, I think, above a 10% like ratio now, which is pretty crazy for a video that's been out for like a year, almost a year. It's been several months at least, and comments have become a lot more neutral or agreeing with me. I think the most important takeaway, though, that I learned from this Tower of God situation, which I think was my first big like shitstorm that I got, was that people in the AnyTube, God, I hate that fucking word, but people in this community are weird, like super weird. I'm not going to name names because it's been a long time and I don't think there's any point, but so many people were DMing me, and anytime I would talk to people, they would tell me to keep making Tower of God videos to just milk views, when that's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I only make videos about stuff I want to talk about, and I had so many people being like, dude, you gotta keep making Tower of God videos. This is your chance. You're a Tower of God hate channel now. And so that really, I hate people a lot more now than I did. But yeah, I'm still fuck Tower of God all the way. I think it's an absolute shit show what they did to that anime. What it could have been, what we got robbed of, is a tragedy. Next up, we have kind of related, a video that I made called How is Webtoon Content So Bad? And this is actually kind of an interesting one. It's got a lot going on. So I actually don't like this video very much for reasons we'll get into, but I'm a big believer in not making it private or unlisted or taking it down or whatever, because you need to stare your mistakes in the face and learn from them. However, I 100% still stand by the core message of this video, even if the video itself is a little bit scuffed and it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. This one was funny. I mean, it's still going on to this day. So how the YouTube algorithm works is honestly kind of a mystery, but what basically happened was I uploaded this Webtoon video, and 1,000 or so people watched it, and like people were kind of mad, but it was whatever. And then literally almost, I think 7 months after it uploaded, YouTube was like, hey, 20,000 views in 1 week, for some reason. And so even to this day, I still get tons of comments on this fucking video, which I guess is a good thing. A lot of people, there's so many comments calling me a racist because I said that Webtoon was a Chinese company, which is so fucking dumb. The story behind it, right, is that, and again, more light will be shed on this in a bit, but basically I was using this Reddit post that detailed what I thought were facts about Webtoon, and what I realized in hindsight was probably just some random idiot like Reddit is full of. And in the fucking Reddit post, he said that it was a Chinese-owned company, and I just internalized that, and then it came out in the video because the video turned out to be an unscripted mess and a nightmare. And this was something I instantly apologized for. I left a pinned comment with an apology in it for months on this video, and I would still get retarded children screaming about it in the comments section. Still to this day, I get people talking about that. And now about the weirdness of this video. So this video was made in a pretty weird state, or a state of mind, because I had been planning and prepping this video for so long, months at least, And then I had an especially annoying couple of nights on the app, and I just said, fuck it. We're going to make like an initial, completely off the goop video, and we're going to do the proper video later on. And I had this whole plan for a video, and it was supposed to be the real video about WEBTOON where I actually structured my thoughts and brought up better evidence and more specific things. And it just kind of never happened. I don't really know. It just kind of kept getting pushed back and then pushed back. And then when I would finally sit down to start working on it, I realized that that meant that I had to go back on the WEBTOON app. And it never happened. And so in my head, when I think of this video, I think of what it was supposed to be, and then I'm hit with the grim reality of what it turned out to be. Another funny one that I've gotten, and it's not as common as the random racist accusations, but I've gotten a lot of people who got really mad at me just for saying the term gay erotic fan fiction. Like, just saying it got people pissed off at me, so that was weird. But like I said, 100% I still stand by the core message of this video. Fuck WEBTOON, the content on it, the creators on it, eat shit. Next up, we have the guy. I have a list that I took down of basically my most noteworthy ones, and so I guess these might be ordered in like amount of views. I don't actually know. But next up, we have a video I made called "The God of High School Anime Has a Problem," and to be completely honest with you guys, there's not really much to say about this video. I was right yet again, and initial reactions to this video were just people raging at the title, and now most people are on my side. Most people are like, hey, this motherfucker was right. He knew what he was talking about. After that, we have, at least I think chronologically it came after the God of High School one, we have CGI and anime, good versus bad. This one is mind-blowing to me that this even became a thing and that people were upset about this. And this is probably the one that if I had to pick, this one annoys me the most personally because I have to deal with constant comments from Ben Shapiro brand autism sufferers who don't understand that there can be a technical definition for something and also a widely accepted unofficial one. Sort of how, what's a good example? Sort of how literally meant figuratively, the exact opposite of literally. And now that's obviously an official definition of the word literally. But for the longest time, people accepted that you could use the word literally to mean figuratively. I've gotten so many comments. I've even this is one of the only videos I have ever removed comments on. I don't ever do that. YouTube removes a lot of comments. YouTube removes a lot of my own comments from my videos. But this is one that I just couldn't let this amount of stupidity keep existing. I've gotten so many comments saying stupid shit along the lines of, actually animation is pretty much all done on computers now, so technically none of it is hand drawn. And they just, this video is a fucking nightmare, and I hate pretty much everyone who's commented on it. People would also comment something that I literally bring up in the video is how the best use, in my opinion, for CGI is blended with 2D traditional animation. And I've gotten comments from people saying, you idiot, this clip you showed at blank timestamp is a blend of CG and traditional animation. You look so stupid. I mean, the collective IQ of everyone who left a comment on this video is like, I don't know, 400. And considering that there's more commenters than that, is pretty wild. Oh, okay. So next we have the newest controversy. And that was a video I uploaded called Why I Think Attack on Titan's Final Season Will Be Bad. This was my most baffling controversy of 2020 by far. This video is such a perfect example of the sad reality that is YouTube comments. You can tell that at least half the comments didn't watch the video and just got mad at the title, or alternatively clicked on the video and scrolled down to the comments section to form their opinion. This video is me saying that I like Attack on Titan and that I want its final season to be good, and people tore me apart for it. I'm blown away. I guess people really fucking hate Attack on Titan. I did not realize so many people hated this anime. And our final one is a video I made called Why I Think Black Clover Shouldn't Exist. And I kind of regret making this video. If there was one on this list that I genuinely did feel a little bit of regret for making, because like the webtoon, like I said, it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but the core message, I still am happy that it's out there. I do kind of regret making this Black Clover video though, not because I don't believe in its message, because I do, but because I honestly do not give enough of a fuck about Black Clover to have this many comments on my channel and associated to my name about it. One thing that I learned in 2020 was that the Black Clover fandom is by far the dumbest and most immature of any that I've currently interacted with. And I know that that's coming out swinging, but prove me wrong, bro. But I mean, as for the video itself, yeah, it's okay. I think I made some good points. I've yet to see anyone really, like, I don't know if debunk is the right word, but really counter the points I made. Pretty much everyone is just like, yeah, well, it's good despite that. When, if we're being completely honest, fucking High School DxD is a better shonen anime than Black Clover. But like I said, the anime is bad, but holy fuck, the fans are so much worse. Oh, and then I forgot, we have an honorable mention, and that was a video I made called Dr. Stone is just ... boring. It didn't, so the reason this is an honorable mention is because it didn't come out in 2020. It's one of the very few videos on my channel that was made in 2019. That being said, the YouTube algorithm randomly picked it up near the end of this year. I don't know why it does these things, but it did. And so I guess I should talk about it. It technically was a controversy that happened in 2020. But yeah, I still stand by this one. I think Dr. Stone is super boring. It basically pushes my least favorite tropes from not just anime, but fiction. It basically pushes those right to the forefront. I think it is super boring. And I think that the best way to describe Dr. Stone is a science anime made for people who know fuck all about science. There you have it. That definitely wasn't every controversy I had in 2020. I had some smaller ones, but I wanted to talk about the most noteworthy ones, so I picked out this list. And I think we had a lot of fun this year. Honestly, as much as people hate me, and you know, I'm not to flex on you guys, but when I look at my YouTube analytics, I have like 2 million total impressions, and probably 1.99 million of those are people who fucking hate me or just don't like me. But that's fine, because the like 600 or so of you that have gathered here and subscribed are like pretty cool. I like you guys. So I guess the last thing I want to say to you in 2020 is thanks for a fun and exciting year, and let's make 2021 even fucking wilder.